Hi guys, happy Saturday. I am coming to you live to go over some things with you about Scentsy fundraisers. I've had several people ask questions about fundraisers, and okay, this is where I'm going to begin. First of all, as an independent consultant, you determine how much you plan on giving back to an organization. Most times, I would say all of the fundraisers that I've worked, I always agree to give all of my commissions. Now that's the minimum amount that I will do, and it all depends on how much the fundraiser total amount is. Say if it's over $2,000, we're going to get a 5% increase in our commission if it's over $2,000. So that's going to mean that you can give more of your commissions back to the organization or to the individual that you're hosting a fundraiser for. Now, the best times to do fundraisers will be February and August, and that's because that's when we have our 10% off sale. Those the best times. Here's some of the people that you can approach. There are individuals out there that's looking for fundraisers for traveling internationally, like when my daughter's choir went to Spain, and you'll find small groups that's looking to raise money, or you'll find travel teams that's looking to raise money, or sometimes you'll find corporate fundraisers. So if you're doing a fundraiser where you're taking orders, the best thing you want to do, there are a few things that you will need. Some of the things that you would need would be order forms that you will have to pay up front. You're going to need order forms, and you're going to need some things. These are product sheets, showcase brochures. You're going to need some of these because with this, it showcases everything. It showcases everything that we have. And you'll see that there are no combine and saves in here. So you wouldn't want to use your catalog, because inside your catalog, if they flip through it, they'll see combine and save. So you want to sell everything. You want to sell everything separately. So that's how you're going to make the most money for your organization. So remember, you're going to have to buy envelopes big enough to place these inside of. We have fundraiser envelopes. You're going to have to get the envelopes, the showcase brochures, and the order forms. Those things you got to have. And what I found to be most effective, especially if you're going to sell the bars, well, really anything, because everything we have is scent related. It's always good to have a few samples. And what I do, I choose samples in different categories, like 1 cent per category. The ones that I feel like are the most popular fragrances. Or sometimes I'll just choose fragrances out of the classic area. Oh, I'm dropping stuff. Sometimes I'll just pull fragrances out of the classic areas. So therefore, I'll maybe put about 5 or 6 samples inside of the envelope. And I'll also put instructions in there so people can know what to expect. Whatever it is that you decide that you want to put in there, like talk about whatever it is that you want. You want some instructions to go inside there so they'll know what to expect. And some of the simpler things that I find, especially when you're dealing with kids, they lose stuff. I mean, I remember working a middle school fundraiser, and we ended up seeing a whole lot of these things on the floor, in the garbage can. So you want to make sure that that's not happening. So you want to try to, I guess, keep in mind your expenses. Okay, so the best thing that I know to do, I remember working with some cheerleaders, and what we did a nightlight and bar fundraiser. So each girl had to sell at least 10 of those. That was what they were required to do. Each one had to sell 10 night lights and bars. Well, that was real simple, because by the time people look through this showcase brochure, it's kind of overwhelming, especially when you're dealing with kids. And sometimes you find that people buy a warmer, they don't buy the bar, or they may buy a bar, they don't buy the warmer. So you got all that confusion going on. Sometimes I've even seen people buy the wrap itself and not buy the warmer. You got a lot of confusion going on when you hand this whole thing, especially to kids. And it's a good thing to do a demonstration. If you have a way to do a demonstration, have a meeting with, like if it's a PTA, and ask to have a meeting so you can talk to those people, the parents, and tell them what it is that you expect or what they should do. That's really, really helpful. But if you don't get to do that, it's good to have some instructions inside your package. Something else that seems to be a confusing thing is the sales tax. Now, for organizations that are not tax exempt, they're going to have to collect sales tax because we have to pay the sales tax. So let's say you do a nightlight in a bar. Well, that's $25. So you may want to go ahead and say that's $28. That's going to be including the tax. Flat out, one set amount, because then you don't have to worry about them not collecting the tax. So that's going to happen too. They're going to forget. Okay, that's for an individual. But I worked a fundraiser with a school, and this school was they were tax exempt. So now herein lies the problem when you work a fundraiser with a school that's tax exempt. They're not going to collect sales tax. So I think, with you handing everything to them, they're going to collect everything except for the sales tax. Plus, what else they do, and I didn't know this until it happened, so please, guys, make sure you ask all the right questions. When I got ready to place the orders, how about they didn't even give me any money? They said they were not going to give me a check until the products were delivered. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm thanking God that it wasn't a real big one, because I did have enough money on my credit card, but they handed me the orders, and this school was out of town. So they faxed me the orders. It was a real pain because I had to tally up everything. And you want to make sure that when you're putting your orders together, you want to break your orders up into like $500 increments, because that's going to be the best way to make the most out of the fundraiser by submitting a $500 order. Break it up. So, for example, if you got $1,000 in orders, break that up into two parts. Break it up into $500, because you're going to get more half off. You're going to get 4 half off on each party. Whereas if you were to submit a whole $1,000 order, that's going to be only 4 half off on a whole $1,000 order. But break it up, you're going to have 8. That's the purpose of breaking it up. Then you want to make sure that when you use a tally sheet, make sure that you combine all your warmers and all your bars and put them in combine and save. Do that also, because you're going to get a lot of free stuff like that. So during the peak months like February and August, you can actually give back as much as 40% in profit. And when I say profit, I'm talking about not commissions, I'm talking about profit. Now, what I always do is if the order is less than $2,000, the most you can give back will be all your commissions. That's the difference between the commissions and the profit, okay? The commissions, all of your commissions, you say 100% of your commissions if the order is below $2,000. Keep in mind, if it's over $2,000, we get 5% increase in commission. And again, during the peak months, August and February, you can do as much as 40% profit, okay? So example, here when I say profit, let's say that they sold $3,000 in products. You can actually give them 40% of that. That's what I'm talking about. And that's profit. Okay, those are fundraisers that you would do when you're taking orders. Now, there's some people that have done Scent Circle fundraisers. I haven't done any, but those seem to be really simple and easy to do. And currently, I'm going to show you this. I'm actually working on a fundraiser now for my little niece. And what we're doing, we put together these room sprays and scent circles. We're calling them car kits. And so really, this is $8 room spray. Scent circle is $3. That's $11 plus tax. So because it's a fundraiser, I'm selling it for $10. Because guess what? People will pull a $10 bill out like that, okay? They're going to pull it out real fast. She sold 10 of these in 30 minutes at her job. So that's something that's easy. It's already in the bag. And I'm going to put a ribbon around it. That's an easy one. So if you guys want to look at doing something like this, and this is not a bad idea to have this on hand for your customers, to have this in your car. For people that's on the go. That's pretty cool to have it in the bag. So yes, that's a fundraiser that I'm working on. So so that's something that I'm trying to think. But again, the simple ones would be like the room spray Scent Circle, or the Scent Circle fundraiser, or the night light in a bar. Especially when you're dealing with kids. It's different if you're dealing with adults. If you're dealing with adults, you can pretty much give them some instructions inside the showcase brochure, and hand it to them. Now, let me tell you something else about a fundraiser, guys. Fundraisers are just that. They are not for us to make money. But let me tell you the benefit of having a fundraiser. First of all, you're trying to help the organization. This is one way of paying it forward. You're trying to help somebody meet their needs or meet their goals, okay? How we're going to benefit from a fundraiser is that you're going to get the points for the incentive trip, you get points for promotion, and you get repeat customers, and you also get people to sign up and host parties. That's what we gain from fundraisers, guys. That's what you're going to do. Now, I remember back in 2012, I was in the airport, and I handed a sample to a girl that I know, and she told me that her school was getting ready to do a fundraiser, and this was like around August, I believe, and most times schools are doing fundraisers at the beginning of the school year. So I handed her the sample, and she said, well, we did a candle fundraiser last year. Do you guys do fundraisers? And I said, yes. And Lord knows I ain't know anything about what to do, but I never tell anybody no, because I know I had time to figure out how to do it. So she called me like 4 or 5 days later and asked me to come to the school to do a presentation. And I did. Right at that time, the lady that was working with the fundraiser, she signed up on the spot because she was really impressed with our products. As now, guys, you know we got the best products on the block. We got the best products. So she signed up right away. And when she signed up, she got, I think, about 5 or 6 more people to sign up. She made director in 23 days, guys. And I mean, 23 days, guys. She made director in 23 days. I'm telling you, she had less than 10 people on her team, but because of the volume is what got her to director. Plus, the volume got her to earn a trip to the Dominican Republic for 2. She earned it for 2 people. All this happened, guys, in 1 month. So don't think that you cannot make these trips. You can do it, guys, because I'm telling you, you find a good fundraiser. There's so many people out there that's looking to raise money. All kinds of organizations. Ask your friends. Put it out there. Ask. And when you make it simple, people like simplicity. When you tell them about how simple it is, they'll jump on the bandwagon. Because when my sister, well, she's my play sister, when she was talking about raising money for her daughter to run for homecoming queen, she started talking about cooking fish and ribs. And I said, no, ma'am. We're not going to do any cooking, anything. That's too hard. We want to make this simple. And we can create a simple way for you to raise money by combining a room spray in the scent circle, just like that. And when she got to work and she saw how easy it was, and she's not even a consultant, guys, she sold this in 30 minutes, 10 of them. Then she called me that evening. She said, oh my gosh, I don't even have any more. I need some more. So yes, guys, so look for people that's looking to raise money for whatever. Because I know at my daughter's school, they're always doing something to raise money. So look for some places, look for some organizations. You got cheernastics, you got cheerleaders, you got travel, football, baseball, basketball, all this stuff. So yes, this is the best way to present it again when it's something simple. But I just wanted to come here, guys, to share with you about the Scentsy fundraisers. I've had lots of questions, and I hope I have answered questions. If you guys got any questions, please post your questions below. Hi Danielle, hi Tanisha, hi Maureen, hi Katrina, hi Miss Woods, hi Violet, hi Brenda. I'm horrible with names, guys, so I might mess it up. So don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my head. So if y'all have any questions, please let me know. But there's not going to be a lot of material anywhere out there about fundraisers, because as an independent consultant, we tailor our fundraisers according to what we agree with the person that's raising money. We set it up. But the only thing you got to know is to let them know how much you're going to give back. And the way you give back is to offer to give all your commissions back. So if it's a small fundraiser, whatever the size is, just give all your commissions back. And we're going to get, that's paying it forward. That's paying it forward, and we're going to get it back so many times. I mean, I do, okay, I forgot to mention this. If you do corporate fundraisers or a fundraiser event, now that's a little different. For fundraising events, you're going to have products on hand for fundraiser events. And for fundraiser events, most times they usually ask for you to donate anywhere between 20%, sometimes maybe 10%, 10 to 25% in that range, depending on the organization. So you got to have products on hand, and you just give back based on what you sell. So there are fundraising events out there. So you can promote that and ask for fundraising events. So there are lots of ways to help organizations, guys, but I just wanted to come to you to let you know that fundraisers can be made simple with Scentsy. But anyway, guys, if you got any more questions, just post below.